Liberty Industrial was engaged by Qualamar Shipping Limited, Northern Offshore UK Limited, for the decontamination, demolition and disposal of the Northern Producer floating production platform. Constructed in Norway in 1976, the Northern Producer operated for over 40 years as an oil drilling rig in the North Sea and floating production facility before being decommissioned in 2021 and relocated to Kishorn, Scotland in 2023 for decommissioning. In a first-of-its-kind approach for such an asset, Liberty Industrial leveraged international experts to assist in developing the explosive methodologies as part of a 10-month program to decontaminate, decommission, demolish, recycle and dispose of the platform in a dry dock. Located in the remote northwest of Scotland, Kishorn Port is approximately 4 hours' drive west of the nearest large city of Aberdeen. The platform, weighing in at 11,200 tonnes, was transported via floating techniques, utilising multiple port tugboats and experienced crew to carefully position the vessel in the precise location for the future blasting event. Once in the dry dock, the gates were floated back into position and sealed to enable the dock to be pumped and drained free of its 250,000 cubic litres of water over a period of 2.5 days. As the water level decreased, the vessel slowly lowered to come to rest on the dock slab. The Liberty Industrial team commenced removal activities of the internal furnishings and completed removal of asbestos-contaminated materials and vessel fuels. Additionally, in parallel with this, a team of expert contractors commenced the de-energisation of some live electrical and service systems and the removal of norm-contaminated materials from the process systems. Towards the end of this process, some reusable plant and equipment were identified, dismantled and recovered, including 5 solar turbine generators and gearboxes, and valuable electrical instrument control items. These were all sold to others for refurbishment and reuse, along with the vessel's 4 lifeboats. To complete these tasks and activities on top of the unpowered 35-metre high platform, a combination of labour was used with a materials hoist and 150-tonne cranes, mobilised as required throughout the 7-month process. In total, more than 650 tonnes of hazardous material and equipment were removed from the platform prior to the Explosive Blowdown event. In order to bring the platform's topside to ground level as quickly and safely as possible, Liberty Industrial completed engineering reviews that confirmed the feasibility of the use of explosives and structural pre-weakening cuts, while preserving the integrity of the dry dock's floor and walls. Liberty Industrial's management team engaged and collaborated extensively with PDC and ASI to generate accurate animations on the mode of collapse and derived a demolition design that precisely controlled the direction of fall, while minimising work on site. This design was realised by pre-weakening from the inside of the columns, cuts to the top and bottom of 8 key structural columns, and external cuts to a further 22 structural members, allowing the structure to fall without rotating in the direction of the bow and away from the dry dock wall. Internal cuts were completed without incident, with confined space rescue teams in place throughout the entire process. The design included the provision of over 4,500 tonnes of crushed rock to act as an impact cushion at the predicted dry dock floor touchpoints. This rock was procured from the neighbouring quarry. Finally, the structural design recommended a 600-metre exclusion zone, which was patrolled using sentries and a local roads traffic management subcontractor. As the pre-weakening activities progressed, torsional and misalignment challenges unfolded. Over 200 kilograms of explosives and over 300 cutting charges were strategically placed at these 38 cut locations to make this blowdown one of the largest single-use of explosive events at a demolition site in Europe at the time of the project. After months of material removal and project planning, it was time for the Northern Producer to come crashing down, and it did, in spectacular style.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Following the successful blowdown of the 11,200-ton structure, the Liberty Industrial team got to work on downsizing and further recycling. 95, 85, 70 and 55-ton excavators with shears, grabs, magnets and material handlers were mobilised, with the two larger machines having to be shipped in using barges, given local road limitations for moving machinery of this size. Besides the complexity and success of the blowdown activity, this project incorporated a circular economy focus. This saw, with Scottish Environmental Protection Agency approval, the repurpose and reuse of many items, including 42 tonnes of marine waste sent for recycling as fertiliser for local farms, and operational memorabilia, which was collected and sent to museums for historical preservation. All in all, Liberty Industrial's recycling efforts are expected to achieve an impressive 97 to 98% rate for recycling and material reuse. The Northern Producer Decommissioning Project, the second only awarded to Liberty Industrial in the UK, successfully executed the blowdown on June 13, 2024. The unique project completed a blowdown that featured an innovative explosive design that evolved to meet site challenges, all validated with ASI's 3D modelling extreme loading software, sympathetic to the dry dock environment, and with a skilled workforce pre-weakening and installing an elaborate web of explosives that was executed and fell as predicted without incident. The project is scheduled to be completed on time, on budget, without any health, safety and environmental recordable incidents, and in line with stakeholder expectations. Liberty Industrial has again delivered innovative approaches in yet another first of its kind, cementing their position in world-class demolition operations.